Hi, I'm Pastor Steve. I'm the pastor of our church. And, over the years of being a father, a husband, and a pastor, I've learned more about the relationship with God just by how life teaches us. More importantly, I've started to see that relationship as God being my father. But that's transformed my understanding of it. It really has shown me how reachable, touchable, and lovable God really is. So join us as we talk about it, and we talk about the transformation of our church and how it's changing our relationship with our God. You should know that our church is going through a transformation. We can feel it in our hearts, but we also see it in how we see the gospel. In particular, you should expect that we're becoming different with how we handle people. But let me talk about that because it's important. As God shows us how close He wants to be with us, it makes us even more passionate to be with Him. And we think that's the way we should be, that we shouldn't serve Him out of obligation, but out of passion. So we expect that it's going to change our way of doing ministry. It starts with the reality that God is our Father, but it goes beyond that, and it says to us that our Daddy loves us. Now, what difference does that make? If you read the gospel, we understand three things happen to us when we allow our Daddy to love us. Number one, He embraces us with open arms. That's how we come into the kingdom. Number two, He actually embraces us physically as human beings, and we get healed in that. And number three, He links together with us to actually get the gospel done. That is the vision for our church. So in order to achieve this vision, we know we have to do three things with excellence. The first is that we welcome people with open arms. The second is that we surround people with our embracing arms. And the third thing is that we walk with people by linking our arms. So why is that important? Because we believe that's what God has done for us. And if we owe anyone a debt of love, it is that we combine those things that God showed to us as we walk with them. We encourage you to be a part of that. We believe it's a simple model. It's a simple approach, but it's going to have profound effects on our church, our hearts, our lives, and our walk with God. So by now you might be saying to yourselves, so where do we go from here? Now, I think you can see some of the changes that are already happening in our church, and they're important ones. Those are external ones, but there's also a heart change that's going on. There are things that are happening. We believe that's going to change the way we do ministry and how effectively we deliver the gospel. So actually, we want you to be a part of that. More importantly, you're going to hear a word as we go forward in these next few weeks that's going to be important. It's called SOZO. It's a biblical word. It's a word that's powerful. It's one that reminds us about the salvation message and the beauty of what God wants to do in our lives. But more important than all of that, we want you to join us on this journey because there's clearly a place for you.